everyone. Hi. Hello, everyone. I was like, I did it right. And then I didn't get the thumbs up. And then I got the thumbs up. Welcome to Theater is the Cure. I think it's our 9th week. I think. Yes, I think it is. Our 9th week of performing original work with theater artists from all over the world. Really, for real, from Atlanta to Chicago to Hungary to China to Ireland, really for reals. Playwrights and actors and directors coming together in creative collaboration during a worldwide pandemic, celebrating theater and stories and humanity despite horrible circumstances. So we are hoping to bring humor and humanity and inspiration and truth and all the things that make us all human to you during this time. So thank you so much for being here. And the way it works is that playwrights request to receive prompts, and then we send them prompts, and then they send us monologues back, and then a panel of judges, which changes every whom. I don't know. It's definitely not which. Changes every week. Take the monologues, score them, and then those that with the highest scores, they are given to directors and actors. Or they are cast, and then they are performed for you. So, and if you would like to be a part of Theater is the Cure, you can go to the Facebook event page, Theater is the Cure Worldwide Event, and all the delightful details are there. We would love to have you submit. So on with the show. You don't want to hear any more from me, I'm sure. P.S. though, if you like what you see, please donate. The link to donate is also on the Facebook page, and to these wonderful theater artists who are giving their time and their talent to entertain you. So here we go. Tonight, we have a monologue written by Dana Schwartz, a Theater is the Cure alum, and this is a fun monologue. It is directed by Jacqueline Ritz, also a Theater is the Cure director. We love some submissions from directors. Challenging to come by, apparently. And it is being delivered to us by a new to us actor. It is called Her True Purpose, coming to us from Wendy Elizabeth Abraham.
The first thing I bought when I moved into my own apartment was a big wooden salad bowl from IKEA. How chic, how charming. People would come over for casual dinner parties and be so impressed at how effortlessly I entertained. I floated through the rat maze aisles of IKEA for hours, blissfully unaware that I had taken a wrong turn at Eiktorp and wound up back in Tornviken as I fantasized about stimulating conversations and wine pairings while my big wooden salad bowl sat center stage at my table. Here's the thing about wooden salad bowls: they suck. Odors linger, oils stain. God forbid you throw a blue cheese crumble in there. So my beautiful wooden bowl, the linchpin of my budding adulthood, gathered dust as it sat at the top of my cabinet. I couldn't get rid of her. She sparked joy. I took her down every few years and tried to repurpose her, fill her with lemons or mail, but nothing was the perfect fit. So back up on the cabinet top she would go. And then came the Zooming. Work, happy hours, a friend's weird poetry reading, Passover. I'm not a vain person, not by LA standards. I may throw on a little under eye concealer, maybe some mascara if I'm feeling particularly fabulous. But no matter what I did, I couldn't get the video frame right. I tried books, a couple of hardback Stephen King's and a Chaplin biography, gave my computer some good height, but it was a perilous stack. An Amazon box worked okay, but someone spilled their margarita on top. It deteriorated. And then one night, as I was sitting on a family dinner Zoom, listening to my brother brag about his sourdough starter, as if he was the first man to ever make a baked good. And even though my sister-in-law was a pastry chef, although they live 3 states away and I rarely have to deal with it, so that's why I never said anything about it. All the while, balancing my computer on top of a cribbage board and a couch pillow, my eyes fell on her, sitting patiently, non-judgmentally, a little dusty, but no less charming. I muted myself, turned off my video, and swept her into my arms. Gently, I wiped away months of grime and cobwebs. I flipped her over and held my breath and put my computer on top. She was perfect. Perfect height, perfect width. She made me look beautiful. It's as if she had found her true purpose. As if it were our destiny. Me and Blondemat. Cheers.
Because the right angle and the right light and the right height. Am I right? All of us zoom in too many times a day. That is right. Okay, that was Wendy Elizabeth Abraham with her true purpose. Happy with her Blonda Mott. Where do they get those names? I do not know. Someone just cranking them out in an IKEA conference room somewhere. Written by Dana Schwartz, performed by Wendy Elizabeth Abraham, and by Jacqueline Ritz, whom I call Jackie because she's a dear friend. All right, next up we have written by somebody Jones, and that is her name, or his name, or their name. I actually don't know. And this monologue actually has been tabled a couple of times because I had a little bit of a challenge casting it with just the right person. And finally, I did find the right person, I believe. You were the judge. And this is directed by Chelsea Anderson Long, coming to us from Bailey Neal. This is How I Got My Cat Smokey.
Before the pandemic, I had basically given up dating in LA. Like, I feel like I had tried it all. The personal trainers, the producers, many actors, the closeted Scientologist, you name it. How many squats do I do a day? Next. Oh, do you want me to watch your web series? No, thank you. Oh, you're saying that I have to get to OT 8 and then I'll be able to bend things with my mind? Okay, check, please. I was over it, y'all. I was done. I started thinking about names. Smokey, Socks, Beans, cat names. Because the dating scene in LA had failed me. So this was the time to transform into the ultimate cat lady. And what's wrong with that? I mean, I already have the perfect attire. Like, comfy slippers and a shirt that I haven't changed out of in multiple days. So as I'm researching other cat names online, oh, Coco, that's a cute name. I get a message from Bumble from this guy, Javier, 32, marine biologist, originally from the Bay, was into little Alabama shakes, okay. And he is fine, girl. We get to talking, and he's great. He's witty and intelligent. He likes good music. Like, I'm ready to marry him. Our first date, a Zoom date, is set for Friday at 3. Perfect. Thursday, I'm in a good mood, so I make a broccoli casserole, which would ultimately be my demise. Why, you ask? I'm getting to that. On Friday, I'm in a great mood. The sun is shining, birds are singing, I'm singing, everything's great. So I sit down to lunch, and then I'm thinking, you know what would be a good idea? I should do my Zoom date in a park. This was not a good idea. Just then, I get a text from Javier. Where are you? Where am I? I'm on cloud 9. But then, oh no, I realize I've messed up the times. The date was for 2, not 3. So I scramble, I text him, sorry, give me 3 minutes. And I grab my keys, I run out the door to the park across the street. Sit down, I start the call. And despite the rough start, the call, we're actually going pretty well. Like, we're vibing. That is, until I see it. He asks me, what do you like to eat? And as I open my mouth, I see it. The broccoli in between my teeth. I love a good taco, I mumble as I try to evict the lunch from between my teeth. And you? I mumble outside of my mouth. But I never hear his response, because then I start coughing into my hands while stealthily shoving a finger into my mouth in order to arrest the unwanted leafy green. As he sees this, he says, are you okay? I smile, yes, fine. And it's still there. No! And it gets worse. Remember my perfect cat lady outfit? I'm still wearing it. The stained shirt, slippers, and all. So as he's asking me what my favorite Alabama Shake song is, all I'm thinking is, am I wearing a cute bra? Can I take this shirt off and just rock the bra? That's not weird, right? Wrong, but I was going for it anyway. So then as I try to peel off my cat lady shirt, as fate would have it, my arms get stuck, I knock over the phone, I stand, I trip, and I fall into the grass. Oh! Smokey, I think to myself, that's what I'll name my cat.
Excellent plan. Good plan. It's always good to have a plan. That was Bailey Neal with How I Got My Cat Smokey. By default, apparently. All right, written by Somebody Jones, directed by Chelsea Anderson Long. My thought is, if they can handle the broccoli in your teeth, they're the one. All right, next up, we have a monologue written by Rebecca Kay from Newton, Massachusetts, and directed by Lupe Garenbeck, who is a TITC alum, and this is coming to us from another TITC alum. If you recall, had a floating measuring cup near her head in another piece, which is one of my favorite TITC memories. This is Joining Up with Whitney Wakeman.
"13 years. That's how long it's been since my mama talked to me. Or since I talked to her. Both ways, right? I was 17 and I got pregnant. Yeah. I didn't want to have sex with the guy. His name was Sam Cooke. Yeah, no, I know. Like the old singer, but without the E at the end. I mean, he was super nice. He kept stopping in the middle and asking me if I was okay, was he hurting me, which was really sweet, but actually like pretty unromantic. And I don't know, I think I wanted to do something that I wasn't supposed to because what I wanted to do, I was afraid to do. Jessie Soleil. She was beautiful, kind of a soft butchie, but yeah, it wasn't just about like physical attraction. She was fearless. She knew, I knew, but I could tell that she wasn't afraid to know. She was just waiting for the right time to come out. And the jocks, oh my God, they gave her shit. This one punk, he walks by, grabs his crotch and says, "Hey, Leslie, you want a piece of meat?" And she says, "Oh, I don't eat rotten meat, and I can smell that rancid thing all the way to Iran." Oh, she caught my eye right after she said that, and she looks at me like, "Hey, girl, come join me." And I so wanted to, but God was watching, and my mom and the jocks and the world. So, you know, I dated a guy who apologized for sex and then got me pregnant when the condom broke. Sadly, not because we did anything vigorous. And so then when my mom demanded that I marry him or leave, I left. I took the $500 she gave me and my baby girl and this. Her name's Jerry. My girl. Well, I mean, you never know when your kid's gonna need a gender neutral name, right? She's 13 now. Never met her grandma. I wasn't as brave as Jessie. It took me forever to join up and find my tribe. So anyway, so now Jerry and me are in quarantine, right? And today, and I swear, Jerry has never said this before. See, because we started the homeschooling, you know, and the classes are online because of the pandemic, right? So, you know, I think that I'm a pretty attentive parent. Like, I should know who. So, okay, so Jessie this morning tells me, "Hey, Ma, remember I got the social studies so late at 1 the computer." Yeah, her. So I checked it on the website, on the school website. She taught 2 classes in the classroom before the pandemic. So I'm a horrible mother for not knowing, but yeah, she's been teaching years. But you know, the crazy thing is, my first thought was not, ooh, hey, Sandy girl, now that you're out and proud, why don't you hit up that hottie? No, you know what I thought? I thought, hey, this is a sign. Because Jessie would be brave to pick up the phone and call her in the middle of a pandemic, no matter what happened years ago. Sorry. Not.
That was Whitney Wakeman in Joining Up, written by Rebecca Kay and directed by Lupe Garenbeck. Yeah, we make lots of interesting decisions in quarantine, thinking about a lot of things. with time on our hands, sitting around alone. All right, next up is a monologue written by Ashley Lara, who has written another monologue for TITC. That's Theater's the Cure, for those of you only just now joining us. And this is directed by Chelsea Anderson Long, who has also directed for us before. And if you're just joining us, if you'd like to be involved in Theater is the Cure, go to our Facebook page, or our Facebook event page, or our Facebook page, two different things, and check it out. There's all the information about how you can submit to be a part. And this is going to be performed by a new actor to Theater is the Cure. This is Gonna Hurt with Juliana Stolly.
Oh shit. You picked up. Okay. It's okay. It's good. I mean, it's great. I'm surprised you answered. With your work at the hospital, I thought for sure. And I had a voicemail all planned out. Can you leave voicemails on FaceTime? It doesn't matter because you picked up and here we are. And I know I'm the last person you want to talk to. And I get it. You can hang up at any moment, but don't. It's just if you could. I drank a lot of cheap wine so that I could get to the point so that I could call you. So if you could just stay a little longer and I'll let you go. It's quiet in the city now, except for some sirens. But even those are calming down. And now that it's quiet, it's like, why was I running around all the time when we were together? Why was I canceling date night with you? Why was I never here, even when I was here? That's the question everyone's asking themselves. That's what everyone wants to know. But I think we all know the answer to that. Fuck. This is gonna hurt tomorrow. I remember when we'd go out, you were always so nice to leave me Tylenol and a glass of water. I've upgraded to the big bottle now. Not for the hangovers. Okay, mainly for the hangovers, but I haven't had that many. Fine, I've had like one a week. Okay, what I really wanted to say tonight, more than anything I have said any other night, is that you have to survive. You have to stay alive. Because although we are not together anymore, I don't want to live in a world without you in it. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, I can't wait till I see you in person sometime and you bring up the time that I drunk face called you and confess some sappy shit. I'll deny it, of course. Maybe. Or maybe I won't. Until then.
Aww. Aw, quarantine confessions. Yeah. That was This Is Gonna Hurt, written by Ashley Lara, performed by Juliana Stolly, and directed by Chelsea Anderson Long. A lot of truth telling tonight. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Okay, next up, on a lighter note, but I'm loving it. This is a monologue written by a TITC alum, which is, I'm really enjoying it because initially, for those of you who've been sort of following us, initially I was grabbing all these folks and just putting the call out for anyone who wanted to come write. And, you know, we just said, oh, okay, you're a writer. And we just started. And then I said, okay, you know, there's so many folks, we're just going to give you prompts and write, and then we'll have a judge, because I feel like it makes it more fair. And all these folks written before were like, okay, I'm game, and they're getting picked. So that's really great that they're showing back up. So this is written by John McDonald, and it is directed by Samantha Mushin, and she actually directed another monologue a couple weeks ago, and it is being performed by a good friend of mine of many years, and someone who performed, golly, it might have been the inaugural Theater is the Cure, and this is Crash Test Donuts, and this is Jim McCaffrey.
After a good test crash, we like to say, that one was a big hit. Sorry, bad joke. Have you seen my right hand? Oh, gotta fill out this paperwork. May not seem like much, but making a living as a crash test dummy is the difference between a metal cube of death and a fine experience for the whole family. Oh, Band-Aids are right in the glove box if you need to stitch yourself back together. You'll have to move your knee to get the door down enough. No, just twist your leg that direction and you'll be fine. For the longest time, they didn't think we were alive, but joke was on them. I personally love my work. Being stylized with a whole bunch of car logos and bullseyes is just tops. And of course, we're practically famous. I know our crash cam got 3 million views last month. The crash test dummies are not without problems, though. If you fall in love with your tester, they have to send you away. Dave found that out the hard way. Lucy was a wonderful person, but she was not one of us. Nope. Just a very animated human in a lab coat who named things like toaster ovens. Oh, there goes one of those new convertibles they're putting out. I like it in the green, you know? Ooh. Did you see the side impact on that crash after they made it do that donut? Hey, how was your crash, Tom? Oh, Tom, don't wave! Oh, and there goes the thumb right onto the floor. That's exactly what I meant. Well, at least we know the windows shatter the right way. You know, I know it's only your first week, but I hope you're having a good time. I love this life. Not only are the benefits great, but if we ate anything, we'd have access to as many donuts as we can eat, just in the break room. Careful though. That's where Dave and Lucy met, where he tried a donut for the first time, and everything went downhill for them after that. Now, let's see what the clipboard said. Oh, we're testing next. It's a beige sedan. Well, that's fine, I guess. Stick with me, kid. And as always, don't forget your safety belts.
I always wondered about the life of a crash test dummy, and now I know. That was Jim McCaffrey, a very believable crash test dummy, and I was always looking for a way to cast him as one. That was Crash Test Donuts, written by John McDonald and directed by Samantha Mushin. Next up, we have a monologue written by Elaine Coracina, and it's directed by me, because please submit as a director. And for those of you TITC alum who've gotten so busy, please remind me when you can direct again, because we'd love to have you. And this is performed by Marcus Rodriguez. It is Nobody Ever Tells You That.
Oh. Nobody tells you that. No, nobody ever tells you that you should stay in the shelter. Oh, you'll be fine. You'll live a wonderful life. No one ever tells you that. Well, heck, they should. Now, I'm here to tell you it's great. I love the shelter. I got no dreams, no job, no purpose, no utility bills. No taxes. I have your attention now. I'm always welcome at the shelter. If I get involved with some chalk art on the street at midnight, they come and get me. I get a bed with clean sheets, a fluffy pillow. The shelter is the best. Oh, plenty of food. Did you know? Did you know? Whole Foods gives us all of their leftovers. Can't beat that. They give me soap, water, underarm stank. Hell, they swap out all my clothes for the latest fashions. All the electricity I need. I get tested for viruses. Yep. No problem finding tests. There's always some staff person that wants to fulfill all your desires. Hell, the Royals don't live as well as I do. I can go out during the day, do a little work. I advertise for cash on the street corner. Last night was trash night. So I walked over to the ritzier part of town. Things they throw away. My God. Gorgeous mirrored headboard. I always dreamed of having one of those. I don't dream. Gorgeous though. Had to leave it, nowhere to put it. Besides, I could not carry it. Oh, it had these two mirrored balls on either end. You know those mirrored balls you see at a dance hall? God, it was gorgeous. You know, the stories it could tell, huh? It almost bewitched me, had me in this trance. It sparkled under the street light, and the mirrored balls, well, they started to twirl and would reflect little moons of light on the trees, the buildings, the sky. Transported me to a whole different world. I saw my reflection in the mirrored headboard. I reflected light. Wow. My reflection was a Broadway dancer, a nurse trying to save people's lives, a parent hugging their child, a hug, a kiss. Shared laughter. A conversation with a loved one, someone who respects you. Someone who believes in you even if you want to go to the moon, someone who helps you believe in yourself. Looking into the eyes of a loved one, knowing that they love you unconditionally. Wow. Our reflected light. I can have a dream. Nobody ever tells you that.
All right. That was Marcus Rodriguez with Nobody Ever Tells You That, written by Elaine Coracina, and I had the pleasure of directing Marcus in that. Thank you, Marcus. Next up, we have a monologue written by Rachel Luann Strayer, who is an alum with us and quite a time back, I think maybe the first or second show, and directed by Adam Parker, is also directed for us several times, and it is coming to us from another actor who has acted for us another time. This is Quarantine Eating, coming to us from Tony Ortega.
Okay, I want to start by saying that I don't think stress eating is a thing. Quarantine eating? That's something else entirely. My wife, Mariana, she doesn't agree with me. She says they're the same. I have a problem with that because I don't stress eat. I'm only here in our bedroom eating ice cream because she's mad at me. Yep. We had just finished eating dinner, and I go, want some ice cream? And she groans and says how full she was, and I'm like, okay, whatever, that's fine. But now she's just staring at me, and I'm like, sure you don't want some ice cream? And she says, I shouldn't, and I'm like, why not? And she says, because I'm just stress eating. And I'm like, okay. And I let it go, because we've had this argument before, and she wins every single time. That's not why she's mad at me. So I sit down with my ice cream, and she gets up with this big dramatic and goes to the kitchen and pulls the carton, and I'm like, I'm staying out of it, right? Because this is quarantine eating, and I'm not saying anything. And she sighs again, so I say, what's wrong? I don't need this, she says, and I'm like, no kidding, nobody needs ice cream. But I didn't say that out loud. But I want it, she says. And I'm like, just have it. But I'm getting fat, so stop eating. And that's when she got mad at me. I didn't mean anything by it. I wasn't saying she was fat. I wasn't saying she shouldn't eat ice cream. It's just that I used to be overweight, okay? My dad used to call me lard ball and fatty and all kinds of names. And it was rough, you know? But he wanted me to be healthy. So if you saw me eating junk, he'd be like, hey, Mark, stop eating. And he made it sound so simple, you know, just stop eating. And he was right. I just had to stop eating. Lard ball. That's what he called me. Stop eating, lard ball. Is that what you want to be? You want to be a lard ball? Stop eating, Mark. Stop eating. Just stop eating. And I'm sorry. Mariana? I'm sorry.
Okay, my boyfriend laughed a little too hard at that. That's all I'm saying. All right, nicely done. That was Tony Ortega, who I think, I'm just saying, that came real easy, Tony, with the whole relating to the wife situation. I'm just saying, I got an email from Tony who was quite entertained by that monologue when he got it. Directed by my good pal, Adam Parker, and written by Rachel Luann Strayer, who also doesn't seem to know anything about quarantine or stress eating. I know I don't. Anyway, we live way too close to a delightful vegan mini mart with great vegan ice cream that I also know nothing about. Next up, speaking of which, we have a monologue written by Elizabeth Speckman, who submitted her monologue and the judges liked it, and she's a TITC alum. Directed by Ryan Thornhill, who's directed for us before. And this is being performed by a gentleman who was with us in the inaugural and who swept right in a total emergency, literally came in and looked like he was not on book and really saved the day for us. A wonderful guy. This is Shane Monahan with Icebox.
You can do this. I said you can do this. You trained for this. No, shut up, you didn't. You didn't train for this. No one trains for this. You trained for normal. This is not normal. You expected your dream job, and instead you got this. Would I have signed up had I known what was coming? This virus shit? I think that's pretty unlikely. But before, yeah, research positions signed me up. 12 months? Sure, sounds good. Book my flight to McMurdo to the Great Wasteland, Antarctica. Be prepared to get sick of each other. That was the advice I got. Yeah, you're completely isolated from the rest of the world, but you got Jack and Jill on your ass 20 hours of the day. Good luck getting any alone time. Sure. I am so damn tired of being alone. As soon as the news hit about the virus, we started taking precautions, just like everybody else. Virus hits here, we'd be goners. You know, there's not much meat on the skeleton crew as it is. Hit with this COVID-19 shit, we'd be done for. So just like the rest of the world, we have to self-quarantine. We have to work at home, but nobody's home here. It's a ghost town and we're the ghosts. You know, some days I am just waiting to be given up on. I haven't seen another person's eyes in the flesh in 63 days. I see people out in the field from a distance behind their goggles and balaclavas. We were wearing masks before it was a thing back home, so that's no big deal. But I miss eyes. When they first said loss of smell could be a symptom, we all freaked out a little bit. Nothing smells here, at least not out in the field. Ice doesn't smell. I've been told by others that are on their head when they're done. They feel like they're getting over the longest cold of their life, literally and figuratively. And the plane headed back. Suddenly, things like plants, flowers, pollen exist again. Scents that you never normally noticed suddenly become the most beautiful, fragrant things you've ever experienced after months of smelling your sweat and shit and not much else. Me? Oh, I can't wait to smell fresh cut grass again. Fresh cut grass at my mom's house in Iowa. I just hope she can get through this. She's got rheumatoid and it's messed up her hands pretty bad. She calls them her T-Rex claws. She's a good sport. But she wrote me and said she's having trouble getting her meds because of all the hydroxychloroquine hubbub. I don't know that I'd be able to do anything, but I'd wish I'd be there to help her. No, I wish. You know, a lot of people would think I'm lucky to be here away from it all, but I feel like I'm on the wrong side of the glass. I feel like I'm in a box inside another box, and then that box is on a shelf somewhere all by itself, isolated within isolation within an icebox on the ice. Hey, where's Dr. Seuss when you need him? Anyway, you can do this, you. You can do this.
That was Shane Monahan in Icebox, written by Elizabeth Speckman and directed by Ryan Thornhill. Wow, it's the first time I thought about those folks in Antarctica, those folks who are already quite alone, valuing those moments with other humans. Really, really, really. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. All right, next up, we have a monologue written by another alum, Not Gonna Matter for Park alums, Cricket Daniel, and directed by Alicia Courts. It might be Alicia, did not get a chance to ask. And this is, let's see, a new actor for us here at Theater is the Cure, and it is coming to us from Ellie Parker. This is Game On.
You must now start to video every step and all of my instructions. Okay. When you arrive behind the barn, you will see a small cross made of popsicle sticks. There it is, that's the cross. When you find the cross, start to dig. When you find what you've been looking for, open envelope number 2. Oh my God. Becca, here lies your beloved Sally. It was me who took her. I knew it. I tried to tell everyone it was you. I always knew. I snatched her in the middle of the night while you were asleep. You never even knew I was in your room. I hid her for weeks before I cut her hair, dismembered her, and etched my initials into her torso. Then I dumped her remains here, close to you, the entire time. I took great pleasure in watching you search for her every day. I even helped, always instructing you to look nowhere near where she actually was. I imagined you crying yourself to sleep every single night without her, and all the while I giggled, knowing where she was the entire time. Asshole! You tried to report me to the authorities, but your claims fell on deaf ears. Who would suspect me? Pride of the family, honor roll student, and altar boy, and star of the Crockett Little League team. No sense running to mom and dad now. They already know, and they aren't going to protect you. Not like they used to when we were kids. They're on my side this time. This is what you get for flushing all my army men down the toilet. Kyle, you little fucker. You always were a mama's boy. So this is how you want to play it, huh, little brother? Okay. Game on.
I fear for you, Kyle. I fear for you. Hell hath no fury like a woman whose cabbage patch has been torn. That was Ellie Parker, new to the Theater is the Cure team, and that was written by the Sick and Twisted Chris Cricket Daniel, directed by Alicia, probably Alicia, I'm gonna guess, Corpse. Thank you all. All right, and last but certainly not least is a monologue from a new to the Theater is the Cure family. Mindy Pfeffer wrote the next monologue, and I had the pleasure of directing this lovely, very talented actor. And this is coming to us from Taylor and Tracy, and this is Grandpa Max's Magic Wand.
Mom, I can't hear you. You're muted. No, that means I can't hear you. You have to click, there's a little icon of a microphone in the lower left corner. You see it? How can you not see it? Come on, it's right next to a picture of a video camera. Okay, if it has a red line going through it, that means you're muted. Just click it. No, I still can't hear you. A sec. Can you still hear me? Okay, nod your head if you can hear me. Okay, good. No, I still can't hear you. You have to, yeah, yes, okay, yep, I can hear you now. Thank you. You don't have to yell. Why did you call me before you figured all of this out? No, never mind. I know what you're going to say. You're worried about me. And I've been trying to watch the news less. I have, but I can't help it. I have to know what's going on. I mean, it's just so horrible. There's so many people that are sick. And I wish I didn't have to think about it or that I could stop thinking about it, but I can't. I mean, we're cooped up in here like chickens. I knew we should have left the city right away when we had the chance. It's too late now. Stop. Stop. Mom, stop. I know what you're going to say. That I should be more in the moment and that everything will be all right. Yeah, sure. Danny keeps saying that too. We're okay. He's just worried about me, like you are. Yeah, what do you think? Anyways, listen, I gotta go and, oh, wait, just a sec. Do you remember that old box that I found in your attic like 2 years ago? Well, I finally opened it and you have to guess what's inside of it. No, never mind. I'm just gonna tell you. It was full of Grandpa's old magic show stuff. You know, I mean, God, you've had this in your attic for what, 30 years now? I know Grandpa was super into this, but, well, never mind. Listen, I gotta go. Danny's making dinner. Bye. Love you. It's just a piece of wood. I want magic. 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 Man, I want to turn doves into elephants. I want to ride a roller coaster and end up in heaven and whoa! What the? Why? No, this is crazy. It's just a piece of wood. And now I'm talking to myself. Great. Grandpa Max? Grandma Freda? Magic. It's magic. His magic. It's going to be okay. Everything is okay. Danny. Danny! Come in here! I have to show you something.
Ha! Lovely. That was Taylor and Tracy with Grandpa Max's Magic Wand, written by very talented Mindy Pfeffer, and I had the pleasure of directing a very talented Taylor and Tracy, who had lots of fabulous ideas for that as well. We had lots of fun, lots of happy accidents. So that is our show for this evening. I hope you had as much fun as I did. We're so grateful to have you, and if you want to participate, please do submit. And if you would like what you saw, please do donate. There's a link that you can directly go right to PayPal and do that for the wonderful artists that you saw. Some that you don't see, the playwrights and the directors. Go to the Facebook event page, and you can do that, or the Theater is the Cure page on Facebook. And please tell your friends every Friday night until we get to go back and be in theaters and darken theaters and be inspired and less than 6 feet from each other. Thank you so much. And now we're going to have our curtain call and say goodbye to you and give a wave. This is our May 22nd company, Theater is the Cure company. Thanks so much for joining us, and take care. Be well, be safe, wear your mask, seriously. Please do that. Take care. Bye-bye.